Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's a huge deal for retirees: Social Security, Medicare, and how to navigate them without breaking a sweat. We're going to break down everything you need to know about taking Social Security at full retirement age, paying for Medicare, and what happens if you decide to delay Medicare. Spoiler alert. It's not just about avoiding penalties, it's also about making sure you get the best coverage possible without paying a fortune. And don't worry, I promise no boring insurance jargon today. We're keeping it fun and simple, because let's face it, Medicare doesn't have to be as confusing as a maze. Stick around and by the end, you'll be a Medicare and Social Security master. Sounds good? Let's jump in. Before we get started, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Trust me, you'll want them to have this info too. Let's start with the basics: Social Security at full retirement age. So, what is full retirement age, or FRA, anyway? Well, it's the age at which you can start collecting your Social Security benefits without any penalties. And FRA isn't the same for everyone, it depends on when you were born. For most people, full retirement age is 66 or 67, but if you were born after 1960, you'll fall into the 67 club. But if you were born earlier, you can start claiming at 66. It's sort of like getting the VIP ticket to Social Security, just, without the velvet rope and the confetti. Now here's where things get interesting. If you take Social Security early, before your full retirement age, your benefits will be reduced. On the flip side, if you wait longer than full retirement age, your benefits actually increase up to age 70. This is called delayed retirement credits. So more waiting equals more money, but not everyone is in a position to wait, right? That brings us to an important point. While your Social Security might be all set at full retirement age, now we've got to talk about Medicare, which can be a little trickier. Okay, so you've hit full retirement age and you're starting to collect Social Security. But now there's this thing called Medicare, the health insurance that most people start when they turn 65. The question is, how do you pay for it? Medicare is split into different parts, and the costs vary depending on what part you need. Part A, which is hospital insurance, is usually free for most people because you paid into it while you were working. But when it comes to Part B, that's doctor visits and outpatient care, you'll pay a monthly premium, around $170 per month in 2024. It's a flat rate for most people, but depending on your income, it could be higher. Basically, when you're taking Social Security at full retirement age, they'll automatically deduct your Medicare premium right from your monthly check. It's like setting up a direct deposit, but instead of getting money, you're paying for healthcare. It's the circle of life and finances. So you'll be like, hey, I'm finally collecting my Social Security. Oh wait, is that the deduction for Medicare again? But at least you know it's being taken care of, no need to send in a check every month. And who doesn't love automatic payments, right? Now, what if you decide to delay Medicare? This is where things get a little more interesting. Why would someone delay Medicare, and what happens if you do? First off, you can delay enrolling in Medicare Part B if you're still working and have employer-sponsored health insurance. You won't face any penalties for delaying Part B if you have credible coverage, meaning your job's health plan is considered good enough to take its place. But here's the catch. You must enroll in Medicare within 8 months of leaving your job or losing your health coverage. If you don't, you could face a late enrollment penalty. Think of it like being on a group project. You can't just leave the project halfway through and expect to get the same grade, right? Same goes for Medicare. If you delay without having another plan in place, you could be hit with a penalty of 10% for each year you delayed enrolling in Part B. So, if you wait 2 years, your premium could increase by 20%. Ouch, right? So, while you might be enjoying life without worrying about Medicare premiums, the penalty will come back to bite you later. And trust me, Uncle Sam doesn't forget. Now, why would someone actually want to delay Medicare knowing about those penalties? If you're still working and have good employer health insurance, well, if you like your job's health insurance and it covers you well, you might prefer to keep it, especially if it's cheaper or offers better benefits than Medicare. If you're in good health and can afford the out-of-pocket costs for a while, if you're healthy and not planning to use medical services much, you might decide to delay and save on premiums. If you're not ready to transition to Medicare, for some, switching from employer health insurance to Medicare can feel like a big change. Some folks might want to delay the switch for peace of mind. So, delaying Medicare might be a good idea in the short term if your employer coverage is solid or if you want to avoid dealing with new plans. But remember, there's always a cost, and that cost is those pesky penalties if you wait too long. All right, so what happens if you delay Medicare and you don't have employer health insurance? You can't just sit around and wait for Medicare to kick in. You need to have coverage. So what's the plan? First, you can always keep your health insurance plan from the marketplace or private insurance. You can buy a short-term health insurance plan to bridge the gap. Or if you're retired, you might want to look into COBRA, the health insurance you can get after you leave a job. COBRA can be expensive though, so it's not always ideal. But, one more option is Medicare Advantage plans, also known as Part C. These plans are actually offered by private companies and can cover both your hospital and medical insurance, sometimes even offering more benefits than original Medicare. They often come with a lower premium, but just a heads up, remember to check if the plan works in your area and, of course, what it covers. All right, to wrap things up, if you're at full retirement age, you can start Social Security, but remember, Medicare has a separate enrollment process. Paying for Medicare is relatively simple once you start your Social Security, but do be mindful of the premiums. If you delay Medicare, be aware of the penalties and make sure you have a backup plan for medical coverage. And remember, delaying Medicare could make sense if you have other options or are healthy enough to wait. Hopefully, I've cleared up some of the confusion about this retirement puzzle. But now, I want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know delayed Medicare? Or are you thinking about waiting to sign up? Drop a comment below and let's talk it out. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends and family. You never know, this might just help someone avoid a big Medicare penalty down the road. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.